Final messages are flying out of Aleppo, Syria. They're taking social media by storm simultaneously. It almost looks like a coordinated PR campaign.
No place now to go. It's the last place.
This may be my last video.
This might be close to, if not the last communication.
It's the last time that I talk to you.
It's almost as if they were hoping these final messages would trend and get picked up by mainstream media.
Bombs are everywhere. People are running. They don't know where, just running.
We are here living a genocide, literally.
People are executed. It's as simple as that.
It's almost like these are just innocent civilians with no message, no strategy, no politics, just people simply fighting for their lives. One day, saying goodbye to the world on social media, the next day giving interviews to BBC, CNN, and Al Jazeera, all in prime time. Well, they're not. These are activists. Some of them just recently joined Twitter and clearly support the revolution. They have thousands of followers. Some call themselves journalists and are verified on Facebook, like Bilal Abdul Karim, an American who has no problem pushing al-Nusra propaganda. You know, the rebels. This guy is a member of the White Helmets, who were founded by a British ex-military officer and have been funded with millions by the US and UK. And then there's a little girl named Bana, also joined Twitter not so long ago, in September. She's already verified and has over 200,000 followers. Bana is 7 years old and tweets in perfect English from the heart of East Aleppo with a little help from her mommy. She, of course, also had a final message just in time. So what do all of these people have in common? They want you to think there's one side to this story, one truth, that Assad is randomly going from city to city and killing his own people for some crazy reason with the help of Russia, even though the whole world is watching every step. They want you to think that these civilians pouring out of Aleppo are running from genocide committed by the Syrian army, and those who celebrate on the streets are dancing on children's graves, while Al-Qaeda infiltrated rebels are bravely and heroically defending civilians in East Aleppo. The question is, do you buy it?
تقصد المعارضة المعتدلة؟ الحقيقة المعارضة المعتدلة هي الفصائل التي تتبع للمجلس العسكري الذي يتبع بدوره للائتلاف السوري، وبالتالي من صنف على أنه جماعة إرهابية في سوريا هي جبهة النصرة، وهذه مصنفة بوجب الأمم المتحدة.
هل مشروع الائتلاف هو مشروع علماني؟
أنا لا أعرف.
لا مهم
أنا أعرف مشروع الثورة كانت تطالب بالديمقراطية.
أنا لا أتحدث عن الثورة. أنا لا أتحدث عن الثورة التي يقودها الائتلاف.
To trip into more blunders, and that means creating non-stop, perpetual war in the Middle East.
Well, I'm going to make this interesting and disagree with everyone.
Okay.
I do not accept the premise, which probably isn't too much of a surprise, but nonetheless, I reject the premise that the whole point of the so-called war on terror or investing in the Mujahideen was to somehow fight terrorism or to make a better world. I would argue that if you really want to know what's happening with Middle Eastern policy, then you must read Oded Yanan's Strategy for Israel in the 1980s. Now, in that document, which is pretty much being played out to a T right now and has been for many years, there were serious objectives for Israel. And Israel's main objectives were to expand and grow in line with the Greater Israel Project. And in order for it to do that, there would need to be an excuse to justify the expansion of Israel, and in order to do that, we would have to sow the seeds of sectarian hatred and violence in the region. The #1 target of this plan was Iraq. We've achieved that. That's not a failure. That's actually a success. When we look at Syria, we also find that the goal is once again the same thing: sow the seeds of sectarian hatred and basically turn that nation into a basket case. This is happening according to plan as well. Now, ISIS, funny enough, could stand for the Israeli Secret Intelligence Service. Many people are seeing the very big benefits to the state of Israel, the so-called Jewish state of Israel, by the breakup and the balkanization of the surrounding states. So actually, if you believe what's being told to you, and I just don't know why anyone would believe anything that comes out of the mouth of virtually any Western leader, whether it be Obama or Bush or any of the rest of them, all of these people are nothing but patent liars,